What's up, man?
What's up? I'm Silver. How you doing?
I'm Obio. I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here. Okay, so anyways, I went to Albany State University. My pronouns are he, him, by the way. And I majored in psychology.
I'm Silver Horsley. I guess my pronouns are he, him. I make my own skincare products, Stone-Faced Organics.
I know that's right.
I am a senior business marketing major from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so tell me about your experience. How has it been? What was it like?
My experience at Morehouse, it was like the best decision I made because I was able to start my business and I was able to really just experience Atlanta as, I guess you could say, like an adult.
Yeah.
Because I'm from here.
My first choice was Morehouse, actually. I signed a football scholarship there, transferred to Albany State, and I enjoyed myself. I think HBCU culture is very, black, right? HBCU, but it's also very like family oriented, and I don't think I was prepared for that in college. In high school, there was like, college is gonna be rigorous, and they're gonna like get you, and I was like, okay, cool, but I got there, it was a very like fun, warm experience. So people from the LGBTQ plus community, like, did you already know where they were? Was it kind of just unspoken?
I think because we were in COVID and the pandemic, I was able to connect with everyone through Instagram first.
Okay.
And then when we came onto campus, I was able to meet them in person.
So you saw the vibes on the page, like, okay,
yeah.
Like, we gonna be sisters, or like, we gonna be like the vibes,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like because I went to school pre-pandemic, it was a very different reality.
Yeah.
I wasn't openly gay on campus. I played the closeted role. I was very mysterious, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of helped my experience in terms of like doing things, being active. I was Mr. Albany State. I was able to pledge. I was able to do the things, but I think at the same time, I kind of, if I could go back, I don't know that I would have taken the same route. I think I would have been more myself, because I feel like you can't really get those years back. And I think when you spend so much time trying to be something other than who you are, your memory is clouded. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. See, I came into college and I already kind of knew who I was.
Who do you think you were?
Like, I had peace within myself.
How'd
and
you
I
get that?
accepted myself. Well, I was in COVID. I had a lot of time with myself.
Fair.
HBCU culture teaches you duality, especially being in the LGBT plus community. It teaches you how to also leverage duality within trying to get certain titles. So I see that within like a lot of my friends that are student leaders. You were a student leader. You had to leverage your duality to get what you wanted. But in the end, did you really get what you want because you were diminishing certain parts of yourself? When we are having this conversation about HBCUs and sexuality, we have to acknowledge that our privilege and your privilege, you said you came into college a lot more, I guess you said DL. Yeah, DL. Say
Sure,
that.
yeah.
You're still a lot more masculine presenting. You're like 6'2", 6'3", and you're Mr. Albany State. If you were a lot more flamboyant, do you think that you would still be able to attract the things that you were able to get?
No. So what do you think HBCUs could do differently, or could do at all?
I really don't think it's HBCUs. As a society, we should just allow black men or black women to just express themselves freely.
I think HBCUs have a big undertaking as well. It needs to be a fabric of HBCUs to advocate for all students, not just the ones that are cishet, not just the ones that you think are cute, but the ones that are part of every orientation, every identity.
So why would you recommend HBCU to a member of the community?
For a lot of reasons. I think one, the blackness part. I think finding your community within your race tends to give you some sort of an in. We have those things, those isms, right? We have those little subtle things that we understand and can identify with. So it makes building community easier. I would also say it's smaller. It allows you the opportunity to navigate yourself in a way, because you're not just a number. You're not just one out of 20,000, 30,000 students. You're able to really build community, but also build on self. And yeah, I think just joining the legacy of HBCUs is just a really important thing for us as black people, us as queer people. I think it's a necessary additive to the culture.
HBCUs, it really pushes you and inspires you because you see so many people who look like you outside of your sexual identity trying to do something, big with their life. Like, not only do you get to see people like you, you get to also find people like you. Find people that are, trans, non-binary, all different other types of identities. You get to get a better understanding of people because it is such a tight-knit community. So what advice would you give to people that are struggling with their sexual identity?
Shame is unnecessary. It just really, really is. And I know that it sounds like it's necessary where you are, wherever you are in this moment right now, because you haven't landed on your truth yet. But going through a bunch of years of shame because you're afraid to say your truth, I promise you it's gonna be a waste of your time. Like, be yourself.
When you don't put so much value behind your sexuality, people won't put as much value behind it either. And when you accept yourself and you respect yourself, people will see your character first.
You want to shout? You want to shout right now, don't you? I feel like you want to have a moment. You want to have like a church moment.
No,
I
I
feel like in your spirit. You want to shout? It's okay. We can shout.